Ederson Oliveira here for DNNHero.com. I have with me Scott Wilson. Scott, how are you doing?
Hi, good.
Perfect. Okay, so let's see what's new and interesting on the DNN ecosystem for the month of August. First thing I want to bring up is the DNN.com, which has been really announced, and the registrations are open now. So again, there will be a link here in the video post for you to reach the website right away and sign up to go. It's free. It's a free event. Scott, are you planning to go?
I am planning to go.
And
yes, and I will be submitting some speaker sessions, so we'll see what they select.
You have spoken last year, haven't you?
I did. I did the Charlotte and the Palm Beach conference. Yes.
Perfect. So again, I have been there. Scott has been there. I'll be there as well this year. And very great place to network, to get to know what's going on the DNN ecosystem as well, to talk to people and face to face. I mean, we all work remotely, and again, it's good to have this human one-on-one interaction with a few beers around, And so again, if you have plans for a session as well, if you know a little bit more about DNN, please feel free. They are doing a call to speakers right now. I'm thinking about maybe doing something on that as well. Okay, and by the way, it's a Friday, Saturday, and there is a deep sea fishing that they do on Thursday as well. So again, if you are into that, I mean, it's an extra incentive for you to come to go there. But yeah, so that's about DNN.com. I have been seeing, I saw a schedule that was posted a few months ago for the 2014 DNN schedule of releases. There's supposed to be one coming up for DNN 732 this month. Not sure, I think that they are a little bit late on their release schedule, but nothing that really hurts the release schedule. But again, according to schedule, something should come up this month.
Yeah, speaking of, I know we a lot of times are talking about the DNN platform, but as far as some of the professional, the Evoke suite and Evoke content, one thing I recently discovered, and it was actually the licensing changed slightly, and I don't know if people are aware of that, but it happened, I think, in March or April. It was announced in March or April. So, but for the professional licenses, it used to be it wasn't limited at all by domain. As you know, DNN is you can have as many portals as you want, and those portals can have whatever domains you wish to have. So for the professional licensing, that is not the case anymore. You can have each license will include a main domain and a certain number of subdomains, and you can buy subdomain and domain packs to add on to that. What they're trying to do is prevent people from doing these hosted type DNN installs where you take a single DNN instance and host any number of domains on it. They're really, wanting to focus on what it was intended for, was for a license to be for a company, right?
Got it.
But I did ask them, because one of the interesting things around that is, well, how do you handle, because when you can set up portals and portal aliases, right? I said, well, what happens if we have a domain name that's not a main portal alias, but as a redirect? You know what I mean? It's another portal alias that redirects to say a subdomain that falls under their normal license. And they said that was fine. So if you have multiple
domains,
primary domains, you can do that as long as those other primary domains are just redirects as far as domain aliases to, say, a subdomain.
I see. Interesting. And actually, let me jump into that a little bit more. So as we're talking about licensing, something just came to mind as well. And again, this is not a complaint, but it will sound a little bit like a complaint. I have some clients that have a professional edition, and well, this is definitely a business decision from DNN, and that's fine. I mean, it's their call, but it seems that they decided from DNN, it seems that it was DNN 7.3 that the development version of DNN, I mean, let's say that a client has a development instance and has a live instance. I don't recall exactly what is the deal with the developer license. I think there is a license that they charge there, but what they decided to do, and I have not tried that, I have not seen that yet, but is that after version, I think it's 7.3, you will not only see a not licensed message on the test website, on the development website, but also what I read is that the HTML module will no longer show up the contents.
Oh, okay.
On that, so again, I have a client that is having difficulties with that particular, issue. Again, I just want to state the facts. Not a complaint, but this seems to be the fact right now, and this has been a recent change. Again, business decision, but I just wanted to state that this is going on. As again, you brought the attention to the licensing thing with the Evoke line of products. Okay, so moving on here, in terms of posts that I have seen on the DNN blog, I've seen a nice post from Jeff Barlow. Jeff is talking about the fact that every skin out there, every skinner, every skin vendor out there, they are jumping to Bootstrap framework for my UI framework. But there are other possibilities out there. I mean, DNN is not limited to work with Bootstrap at all. You can pretty much implement any UI framework out there that you want with DNN. And he is talking about the foundation from Zerp. He has a skin done on that framework, on that UI framework. The link is here. The link to the post is here as well. But yeah, it's nice to see some variety out there because, I mean, people say that, if you just use Bootstrap, every skin out there is becoming this, it's having the same look and feel. I don't fully agree with that, to be honest with you. I think it's about the designer's creativity, really. But yeah, that's what people have been complaining a little bit. So again, nice post from Jeff Barlow there. Continuing the post that I saw on the blog, on the DNN blog, I saw that Beth from the DNN store, she's doing some profiling on vendors, on sellers, and on an interview format. So again, quite a nice initiative there for us to get to know a little bit better those sellers and their plans of expansion, how they get started, how someone new could get started following their footsteps. I mean, there's market opportunity there for everyone. So again, great initiative from Beth. I have been talking to her about potentially expanding this a little bit more and make this a little bit more engaging, but I don't want to go into details right now. There's nothing set on that, but I'll bring more on that in the coming weeks or months. Yeah. So next one is about the CMS Critic Awards. Sean has done a call to action there to help nominate DNN as on the following categories: on the best open source .NET CMS and on the best small to mid-sized business .NET CMS. So again, if and I'm assuming that whoever is watching this is an active DNN participant, so help to nominate DNN as in one of those categories. The links will be here in the video post as well. Okay, Scott, do your part as well. Bring the guys, bring the guys from the company there to vote on DNN too. Okay. Now, I wanted to do this in a more of a frequent basis, but I have not been doing that. Which is every month I would like to pick a skin and a module that I really liked, and I want to, to feature them, just talk a little bit about them. And I do have a good pick, I think, in my opinion, for a nice skin that I saw this month and a nice module as well. From a skin point of view, I'm really liking the skins coming out of DNNGo.net. They're not that over the top in terms of animations, but they're, again, using Bootstrap 3, which for me is not a problem at all. This particular skin has 5 different homepage styles, very nice styles there, from those homepages with a big, background image to the more corporate-like look. Very nice styling, unlimited colors. I'm starting to expect now that skin sellers, they bring that control panel that you can select any color for the theme of your skin, that you can select different aspects to customize. So I'm starting to get, accustomed to that, to get used to that kind of, and this is no different. This has a nice control panel that you can select any color theme. You can customize a lot of the elements in terms of colors of that skin. What else here?
What was the name of that skin?
You see, the thing with DNNGo.net is that the names are not very descriptive. So
Okay.
it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put the link here, but they're calling unlimited responsive multi-purpose 0443. I mean,
That has a nice ring to it.
it doesn't mean too much.
Yeah,
so
no.
Again, I don't want to get caught up on the skin name. The link is below. You guys can see it. Again, it's a sharp skin. It's a nice skin. One thing that you have to notice is that there are a few modules that you have to incorporate on your license to be able to use them. There is a form module. There's a blog module that come already. There's a nice slider as well. That if you want to fully use the power of the demo that they show, you need to acquire those modules as well. So for the basic package, it's coming for $149.
Okay.
It's the package with the skin plus the modules for one portal in one DNN install. They have more options there. The thing that you have to take care of in terms of license, this particular skin, is that once you buy it, you can use the skin on how many websites you want. I mean, as long as it's yours or your clients. Now, this does not apply to the modules.
Okay.
They have different price there to include license for one portal, one DNN install, multiple portals, one DNN install, and multiple portals, multiple DNN install. So you have to be aware of that in terms of the modules that the site is using, like the forms, the blog, the slider. But again, the license for the skin itself, it's unlimited. You can just use it however you want.
Oh, okay.
One last thing I want to bring about this particular skin is the parallax. Do you know, Scott, what parallax is?
Yeah, it's the animated layered effect.
I thought that I would caught you out of guard, no? So I kept seeing that parallax thing of always. I mean, lots of skins have that keyword there, and I said, "What the heck is parallax?" And I started to do some research on that. It's actually called parallax scrolling, which is that effect that you have a background image with different layers that they scroll and they move up and down on different speeds. It gives you the impression of depth. So again, that particular skin has a parallax scrolling there. Now you guys know what parallax is. I didn't know until today in the morning. Okay, so that's my pick for the month on skin. On a module side, I'm a big fan of Evotiva, and I'm not sure if it's called Evotiva. Well, I guess it's called Evotiva.
Yeah.
Bottom line is that I have exchanged a lot of emails in the past with Horatio from Uruguay. He is the owner of Evotiva. He does, and they do, quite a nice set of modules that are all around the file management aspect of DNN. Starting from their backup module, I mean, that's a must-have for me. That's a must-have module on any DNN install, because you can schedule to have backups done frequently. But again, let's forget about the backup. Backup is not the module I want to talk about. I want to talk about a new module I saw from Evotiva called DNN user files. Now, what this is about? This is a way that you can present files this is a nice way that you can present files to your users. Those files, they might be stored on your local websites. If you plug this together with a provider that Evotiva built called DNN Global Storage, if you plug them together, you're going to be able to display files that are stored on Amazon S3, that are stored on Dropbox, on Google Drive, on FTP locations. But again, I'm displaying that to the end user if I want, It's a different game as compared to the standard file management of DNN. The nice thing is that there are so many settings there on this module. I could filter the list of files by file type, by extension. I just want to show the PNGs of a particular folder. And on top of that, on top of being able to display files from different sources, the other thing that it does is that it allows you to customize the view, the template, because the displaying of the files is template based. So you can change the look and feel, and you can customize the way those files look like. And again, because it's template based. So very good module. Again, another great addition to the Evotiva set of modules. And again, great job, Horatio.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice one. I really have a lot of times I really have the need to do something like this. Now, one thing that this is not a document management control system. You don't do versioning of this thing. It's really to display files. That's it, from different sources. That's about it. Okay. Next here. Just want to briefly mention that my next video set, well, this is not really a short video set. Actually, this is a revamp initiative that I'm taking on DNN Hero, which is to revamp the basic and advanced DNN tutorials. Because right now, most of the basic to advanced DNN administration tutorials are based on DNN 6. So I'm going to be revamping all of that and bring this all the way up to DNN 7.3. That's really my next initiative in terms of video. Scott, from your side, go for it.
Yeah, I just wrapped up on a custom registration tutorial, and that's going to take us through how to build a custom registration process in DNN that still is completely hack-free or spam-free. It's going to teach a lot of different things. It's going to teach not just how to do registration through the API, which we covered a little bit in the authentication video I did a few weeks back, but also I'll teach how to incorporate jQuery validations into your forms and still using the DNN validation stylings with that. That's pretty cool. It's going to have teach you how to do the password strength, the new password strength meter that when you're typing in your password, it's going to teach you how to incorporate that into your module. It's going to teach you how to do a nice cascading drop-down for country state selection and several other things that are real cool. I think I also have a little bit in there on some hacks to the MS build process to include files, which actually came out of a forum post that we had a question. I don't remember if it was Steve or Keith about how to include files in your build process. So arbitrary files that aren't like your normal DLL and things like that. So I also got a little in there. So it's a little grab bag of lots of little goodies. So hopefully people will enjoy that. Right. And then coming after that, I don't know. I think I'm going to work for September. Maybe I'll start working on maybe kind of unit testing or some enterprise development type topics.
Got it. Perfect. Yeah, and just so you guys know, Scott's video is coming not this.
I think mid August, right?
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah, exactly, mid-August. Okay, perfect. So last topic of the day. If you have stick around for this far in the videos, because I truly think that you are really a fan of what we do on DNN Hero, so I have an invitation to give to you. We have started to develop something that we have called DNN Hero User Board. What is that? What is DNN Hero User Board? Well, it's an initiative that I have started about 3 weeks ago now, that I have invited a few power users of DNN Hero that will help. They will help to shape what will be coming up next in terms of content, what will be coming up next in terms of further developing, enhancing the website, and we talk about those things in a private forum. So the goal is to have up to 10 people participating in that user board. It's a private user board. Only the 10 of us will eventually be exchanging emails. Right now we are on 5. It's myself, Scott, and 3 other power users of DNN Hero. If you are interested in joining the board as well to exchange information, and again, freely but privately amongst the group, please send me an email. My email is ederson@dnnhero.com, or send via message on the feedback form on the website if you want to join and help us, and again, help to shape the direction that we're taking with our content, with our website. We don't stop thinking about what new can we bring to the site, not only in terms of content, but in terms of functionality as well. So there's a lot coming up that we are thinking about, and again, the discussions that we have already started are very engaging, and people are really participating on those discussions. So again, if you are interested in that, send me a note, and again, join the conversation. And it's a private board. Scott, any 2 cents there?
Yeah, the more the merrier. It's a great way to get for people to to have the power to have their suggestions really heard.
That's about it. Okay, so
yeah.
In a word, Scott, for me, that's it.
That's it for me. Have a great August, everyone. We'll see you next month.
Perfect. Enjoy the rest of the summer. And yeah, that's it for now. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.